All right, Monday morning, busy weekend. It was challenging to be in social situations and not just be incredibly depressed about what's happening in this country right now. But my brother and I went to a birthday party for one of our best friends yesterday, and we got there at like 6:15, and it was huge. There were like 70 people there. And my brother's like, dude, I couldn't get this many people to show up for my funeral. And I looked at him and I was like, well, I could, but they'd all be strangers. And we both had a good chuckle. The funny part was, and this buddy of ours is like, I mean, he's like a brother, man. He's just, he and I have been playing music for over 20 years together. He's just, without question, one of the finest human beings I've ever had the pleasure of knowing and playing in a band with. Just one of the most stellar human beings I've ever known. And the other funny thing was we were like, what the hell, man? What's going on here? We showed up to this thing. And my brother and I had like both seen the email, and so we knew where to go. And for some reason, each of us had in our head that the party started at 6. It actually started at 4. So we were over 2 hours late. And he and I are never late for anything. But it was funny. But we still hung out for a couple hours and had a blast. And it was a really good time. Got to see some people we haven't seen in a long time. And I got to finish up this writing project today. It's so hard to focus on a writing project with a deadline when, the Republican Party is doing absolutely everything in its power to make sure that the bottom 95% of us spend the rest of our lives in existential financial insecurity and choosing between paying our rent or paying for our medication. That I would submit that is not the role of government, to put people in that position for a state of perpetuity. But what do I know? So that shitty bill is still being hammered out in the Senate, and I'm just going to start calling it the Project 2025 bill, because that's what it is. It's the codification of Project 2025. And the worst people in this country are celebrating it. Celebrating the infliction of pain on tens of millions of other people. But, whatever. Apart from that, it's June 30th. It's the last day of Pride. It's the last day of Men's Mental Health Month. And, amazing weekend in San Francisco. Pride weekend is always an amazing weekend in San Francisco. Just makes me feel so good that I live here, that I get to live here. So I hope everybody has a good Monday. Be safe, everybody.